Beautiful sunny day. Right, just 1 degree above freezing. That's what I like about the metric system. You don't have to remember any numbers. Let's go feed those. Let's go feed those babies. Whew, it's bright. It's like keep your eyes half squinty shut. Need sunglasses. Come on, cowies. Hey, baby cowies. This is a nice time of year. It snowed about an inch last night. See that? Well, maybe not even, maybe just half an inch. Here they come. Run! Good babies. Yeah. Ready for your oats? Good babies. See? Hello, Stella. Thing about, you want to wait till it's a nice sunny day to do the filming, but then the filming, you get all that light glare in the lens, and it doesn't turn out quite so nice. You need a cloudy day. Then that's better lighting for making a nice clear video. Okay, as always, you guys are going into here, and then we'll feed these babies. Are you ready, babies? Okay. Okay, there you go. Let's get some grain in there. You guys got sticks and stuff in here. You don't want to eat sticks. Let's get the sticks out. Okay, here it comes. Are you ready? Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Hey, don't spill. There they go. A little bit left, Bambi. You want that on your end? There you go. Oopsie, I kind of ripped you off a little bit, didn't I, Bammers? There you go. Have that. That can be yours. Smelly now because it's thawing out. All that frozen cow pies. This is kind of the messy time of the year. There they are. Hey, cowies. Is it good? Have it. A little bit more, Bammers. You always get hosed. I don't know why she has to be down on this end of the trough. She always picks that end. Always. And Cujo sometimes kind of, and Cujo and Dots, they swap back and forth, but that's their end. Oh, there's another spruce cone in there. We better get that out. You guys don't want to eat that, do you? No, you don't. Put it in over there. All right. And I have confessions of the lazy farmer. Last fall, over there by the feeder. I'll show you when we get over there. There was an old tree that used to be a real pain in the neck. It was dead and it was standing there, dry old tree. And when I used to take the trailer in there with a load of hay to unload, then I would have jockeyed everything around that trailer and try to get it lined up to unload the hay. Well, last fall, late, it was end of November sometime, that old dead tree fell over and the top of it fell on the fence. And I went, I don't want to do that. That'll wait till spring. And I propped up a bunch of garbage and junk and branches to keep the cows out. Well, they've decided that was a great place to rub, and slowly they're working their way through that. And by the look of it, it looks like somebody's going to get into the hay pasture soon. And so we'll have to do something about that. But not today. But maybe the next video. Okay, they're just about done here. Dot, she's pretty clever. She eats her part up here first, and she saves that bit over there until this gets gone, and then she's got that big pile over there on that end. Everybody else, they've pretty much got it licked out. Is it all gone? Good cowies. There you go. Okay. We'll leave the bucket there till we come back. See, everything's thawing. There's water running. Nasty water. Probably make great fertilizer if you could bottle that up and let it ferment just for a little bit. You'd have some good, all-natural plant food. And then, see, you got to wade through that to feed a cow, and it's deep. Look at, see? And then when you get over to do the hay, if you come over here, now my boots will be all mucky, and there isn't any snow on the other side there to wash my boots out, wipe my boots off on. And so I don't normally, unless I'm doing this just for the video, come over here wading to this muck. You hear that? Hear that? My boots are making that suck noise. Just for the video, I'm coming here to pet cows. Yeah. Hey, Coco. Yeah. Is it nice? Whoa, ho! That was just very close. Just about got my toes stepped on. Cujo, be careful. Don't step on me. Oh, don't you get cranky. That's a boy. There you go. What? I'm scratching as hard as I can. There. Oh, he gets frustrated if you don't do it just right. You got sticks on you, eh? Where'd you get all the sticks? Stella's like, wait, I want to turn. Okay, this is getting a little bit too rambunctious here in the cow pies. Come on, let's go do some hay. Coming? Never mind. Yeah, let's go, Finny. Yeah, it's a little bit of white snow on top because it just snowed yesterday, but it's pretty mucky pasture right now. Come on, babies, come on. Let's go. Della wants a pat. Hey, baby. All nice and warm. You can feel the side of them when you put your hands on them where the sun is. It really soaks up the sun's heat. They're quite warm. You can see they're finding spots to rub, and they'll have bare patches now and then. This time of year, they start rubbing off their winter hair. Right? Yeah? You been rubbing on something? Have you? That's a girl. Right there? Okay. Oh, yeah. That's the spot. Okay. It's pretty hard to scratch a cow too hard. Like if you scratched your friend's back this hard, they'd think you were trying to be mean. Cows like a really good hard scratch. There. Yuck. Okay. Hey, Dots, you want a little rat rub too? She's quite polite as well. She doesn't go bonking. That's that whole D line. They're very gentle. That's why her great grandmother. That's why I taught her to milk, because she was so careful and gentle with people. Right, Dots? Yeah. So way back when, heck, I wasn't even working on the farm. I was living in Vancouver, and my father was running the farm, and somehow a strange shorthorn bull, or the cow got out, or a strange bull got in, or something, but somehow her great grandmother was half shorthorn, and she, Feather at the time, she turned out to end up being a huge milker. And that shorthorn, when you cross because the shorthorn breed, they used to originally, back in settler days and homesteaders, the shorthorn breed was what they call a dual purpose breed, where they used them for draft animals, pulling carts and plowing, oxen to plow with and stuff, and they used them as beef, obviously, and for milking. So they selectively bred them to be milk, beef, and draft animals for plowing and stuff like that, sod busters. And so now the shorthorn breed, they have dairy shorthorn and then beef shorthorn. There's two, kind of like red and black Angus. There's two separate shorthorn breeds, but even the beef shorthorn is still very they have a higher cream content in the milk, and they tend to produce a little bit more. Oh, she's stuck. Froze solid. I'm just scratching her on the tail right there. Can't move? Can you move? Nope, stuck. That's the place, eh? Okay, I'll give you some. You can have a scratch. Their tail gets itchy, and that's a good segue into this next piece, because their tail gets itchy here, and so then they back up towards the fence, and then they do the hula, wiggling themselves back and forth, trying to get their tail scratched, and they get up against the fence, and that's that part I was telling you about where this old tree fell down. Sorry, I'm taking my video right straight into the sun. The first thing that someone will tell you, like, you don't do in photography class, but that's the tree that fell down. It was that's the stump, and then it crashed, and the top of it went over the fence here, and it's yikes. Oh, I went and got myself hooked on there. There we go. It's only this is only about 3 feet high, but there's so much junk and pokey things the cows kind of leave it alone, and it's slowly settled down. Be nice. The trees slowly settled down, and now the only reason, well, the cow don't jump over there because it looks like they could get poked in the guts. But then they've been over here rubbing on this. See how they've got this all polished up because they use it as a rubbing thing, and they get their backside on here and back and forth, and they're slowly working the fence down. You can see all the barbs here. They're all covered in fuzz because they use this part of the fence to scratch their tail, because their tail, especially in the spring when they're shedding and stuff, they will need a tail scratch, and they can't reach around there. And other cows don't like to lick them on the tail because, for obvious reasons, that's where the outhouse is, on the back end there. And so the only way they can get itched is up against a tree or a fence or whatever. And so cows get their back end on here and just gently push on. Hey, don't bunt. Be nice, I'm talking. And they just gently rub their back end on here because they want to get their tail scratched right at the top of the tail. And slowly they're working the fence down. So maybe on the next video I have to come here, and as soon as it gets thawed out, get all this garbage off of here and fix this fence back up before we end up with a cow in there and wreck the hay pile. Right, Bambi? Isn't that the truth? So help me, cow? Yeah. She's come a long ways. Remember last fall when she came here, how I couldn't get within 10 feet of her? Now look at her. She's standing there like, scratch me. She likes a little loving too. She's coming along. I don't know why she got like that, because her mom, that's why I kept her, is because I was pretty sure her mom was just the gentlest, most tender. Oh, tried to step on my toe. Don't you dare, I'll be mad. But yes, so this part right here, see how she's wiggling back and forth like that? She's trying to, that's what they do on the fence. They get there and they wiggle back and forth, and eventually they push the fence down. Or, if you look at, sometimes they swishing their tail around, trying to get it scratched in the fence. Their tail gets wound around the wire, and then when they leave, they can pull the last couple of vertebrae off their tail. And that's what happened to Tinkerbell. She's got no paintbrush on the end of her tail at all. It's only to about here. She pulled off quite a bit of her tail. And what's the other one out there that Maggie pulled off a little bit of her tail? I used it as a doorbell on the door knocker when I found it in the field. But you'll come along to a place where they like to rub, and all of a sudden there'll be part of a cow's tail stuck to the fence where the cow walked away and left her tail behind. There you go, cowies. You can see here on this slipwire gate, they've been doing it here too. See and they just get on there and they find a barb where there isn't a wire poking straight out. Like this one, they won't use it so much because the barb's poking straight out, but they find one where the barbs are up and down, it's not too sharp, and they know, they get it memorized, and they'll come back here over and over and use this as a rubbing spot. There you go. Cow fun. Yeah? More? Okay. And the wire's laying on the ground here. I better put it up over there. I need to put a grandpa splice in that. I've already undone this part. And put put a grandpa splice in it where it broke there, where the tree fell on it, and hook it back up and move the plywood and tidy this area all up. So, there you go. That's the preview for the next one. Isn't it, Dots? Yeah. What are you doing under there, Babby? See, that's how they rub their neck. She's under there, rearing and pushing. Yeah, Cully? Okay. Oh, she's pushing me. Pushing hard. You gotta brace yourself. That's funny when you push them. Hey. She's putting her head over, trying to lick me over my shoulder. Can you see that? Yeah, is it nice? Now there's some good videoing. Yeah, like when you pet a dog and their toe starts to tap. That's what happens with a cow. Must be really itchy right there, is it? Yeah? Okay. That's a girl. Okay. Let's go see about your hay. You don't have any hay left over there. We need to push that hay in. So we'll go climb in over there and do the hay. I don't think they're very hungry because I left them a pretty good pile last night. But you got to keep it full. We got to get our feet clean somehow. We'll find a spot to wipe that muck off our feet. There's still some snow over here on the shady side. Get our feet cleaned off. Right, Finn? No cow pies in the feeder. That's right. Yeah, good boy. All right, here we go. Oh, and it's still sparkly. I don't think you can see it. All right, and we'll set you up. See, you can see this side of the fence now. There's not much there. The barbed wire is up to about there. But then over there, I keep propping this back up to keep them from going in there. That's stick, but it's not. Eventually, someone's going to jump over there and make a real mess of that. All right, I'll set you up here, and then we'll fix up this hay pile so you can see what's going on. Here we go. You guys ready for some hay? Which one should we get? This one? Why not? Oops. This one's tied to the pile. This bale was a bottom bale. Take out your tongue? Yeah, look at that. Was a bottom bale, and so we'll see how well it fared. It was a bottom bale, and I picked it up and I propped it up on the other pile, on the rest of the pile, to dry it out a bit and see. So you can see, it's always the question, if you stack your hay on the ground, what happens to the hay? And this is what happened. So it was stacked on the ground on this way, so then you can see there's this banner right here where the hay got moisture out of the ground on it. And there is, you can see it's gone black a little bit, but they seem to eat it. I don't know. Okay, see. You like it? Maybe not. But there's very little loss from stacking on the ground, but you do stack the bales on edge, right? Like you can see how this bale, oh, look at the nice stuff in there. There's clover and timothy and some red top here. Dandelion. This is a really nice bale. But so the bale, this is the edge of the bale, and the strings would have been this way. And then you stack it on edge, because on the edge then the moisture doesn't travel up the bale so readily. And you lose maybe a couple inches off the edge of the bale. But for the most part, it works. So long, you know, you can't put your haystack in a swamp. You have to have a little a raised area like this whole gentle slope on this hillside where we feed the cows is downhill, is so that the cow manure and stuff from the backs of the cows, it runs away from the feeder. Okay, there they have their hay. We petted the babies. Who is this, Stella? No, this is Cujo. It's interesting how they grow in oh, he was born 2 months before Bambi, because Bambi was actually late. She was born a little bit before that last calf, Pokemon, maybe 3 weeks before Pokemon. But because she was Bliss's baby and that whole bee line, and we've got a lot of bee cows. We've got Bliss, Beatrice, Bambi, and there's another bee one. Well, I can't remember right now. Belle. They're all out of the bee line those are all Bliss's babies. Because they're great moms. They have a maternal instinct that's really, really good. They look after their kids, and their milk is quite rich, and they make chunky babies. When it comes time to wean the calves in the fall, all the beeline babies, you can tell them you can't see a sharp point on them anywhere. So there we go. We've spent some time messing about, and now we'll have to pick you guys up and pat the heads a little bit. Right, Stella? Yeah. Oh, they're hot. Literally hot to the touch from the sun right now. Like feels like the dashboard of a car that's been in the sun. They'll be looking for the shade soon. Seasons change. One of the things when I moved back from the coast, Vancouver, the thing I came to miss most, and the crisp change from season to season, as opposed to down on the coast, the southern coast of British Columbia, where it just rains all winter long, seems like, and dribbling and slobbering away, and I'd had enough of that when I finally chose to move back home. There we go. That's the story for the day. Hey Dots, say bye to your friends. Manners. Look at her. She's gotten used to it. We cracked that nut finally. She's still her natural tendency is to be nervous, but if she trusts me, cows are like dogs. You know, if you're a strange dog, you go and try and love them up like you would do your dog that knows you well. Like they don't like that. They don't know you. But once she knows you, she's like, she doesn't really appreciate it that much. Not like Stella really loves a scratch, but Bambi likes to be scratched, but she's forced to it because she's so itchy. She slightly nervous. Coco's not nervous, are you? Which is a good thing, because Angus tend to be a little bit on the nervous side, and so I'm glad she turned out that way. Here she goes, the snuggle bug. Stella. And there he is, everybody's favorite, Cujo. Yeah, get it, good boy. Yeah. Where's that Finn? Well, Finn, have you had enough? No parts too? You need some? Okay, there you go. That's a boy. Okay, well, wherever you are, have a happy day, and we'll see you next time. Yeah, you know we're gonna pet the bums, don't you? I don't know. Being predictable. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? We'll go around this way. Dots, you need a pat, don't you? Huh? We'll pat you instead. There we go. Oh, Dots. Good girl. You didn't get much pats the first time, so you can have the... Somebody's got to fix that fence. Look at it. What a mess. There you go. Look at it. Oh, she's shedding like crazy. That thick fleece that's down on the bottom of them. Nature's a cool thing. And guess what? Birds need that. You'll find all the bird nests around here. They'll have lots of cow hair in them come springtime because they need something to build a nest with, and it makes really good rebar for their mud nests. There you go. Stuck. Can't move. So then, yeah, because I mean, when she comes time to be calving and we have to start messing around back here, now she's perfectly fine with that. See, they get itchy underneath here where their little udders are starting. She has never had a calf before, so very little udder, but tiny little teats. Let's have a look. We'll go from this side. Tiny little teats happening in there. See them? Baby girl cow. Just starting. And it gets itchy under there. And so I give them scratches. And she gets used to it. And then when I have to help a calf get latched on there, she's like, oh, no big deal. He's back there all the time. And yeah, you have to spend a little bit more time, but it's not nasty to pet a cow. It's a very pleasurable thing. Just take the time, because when you have a slippery wet calf and you're trying to hook it onto the cow and the cow's trying to kick you and stuff, what would you rather do? Pat a cow like this, or fight with one that doesn't want her baby to hook on? Yeah, I thought so. So there you go. That's why I do it, and because I like my cows, that's why. And they like it, clearly. Look at her. She's stuck. Are you stuck, Dots? Can't move? And on both sides of the tail, so I scratch with my finger like this and my thumb on the edge of the tail. And then my other finger goes on this edge, so I get both edges like this. And then the three in the middle. And yeah, you can go in the house and wash your hands. Don't get all squeamish on me. If you're going to raise cows, you're going to get some cow pies on you. Just get over it. It's just chewed. My oldest boy, I used to tell him, because he was all like, ew, yuck, and I used to always say to him, it's just chewed up grass. Just been through a cow is all. Like, they don't eat anything nasty. It's just grass and flowers and stuff. And so then sometimes I would get splattered with something in the process of working on cows and splattered in the face or something. He'd look at me and say, oh no, it's just chewed up grass, Dad. Don't, or Pop. It's just chewed up grass, Pop. Don't worry about it. Eat some. There we go. Petted the cows. Look at, get hair all over my sleeve and stuff. That's part of the deal. Ready to go, Finn? Hurry up, let's go. Okay. Next time.